Everybody in town told me I need to interview Nicole Tran.
I
And I
get
was
on
like,
Q Tony. You know Q Tony podcast?
yes.
Yeah, I'm on it all the time. That's why they know me.
I was a regular. I just want to tell you, I was a regular on a podcast as the person that told jokes, wrote jokes, and the guy killed himself. So I
Oh,
haven't been, it's kind of funny. Like I was on a podcast, but soon after the guy took a gun to his head. Do you get the humor? He couldn't stand being around me.
oh.
That's like my husband, right? Okay. I'm gonna talk to the people that are gonna listen to the video. I'll be right back with you in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. You just pretend you never heard this before because I'm gonna read your introduction. Hi, Facebook people. I'm so glad you're here watching. You're probably not watching as we're doing it. None of you do. You're procrastinators. I get it. And you probably don't have your pants on. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I'm telling you what, we're going to have some fun today. You ready to watch the sparks fly? I have never had so many emails and text messages. You got to interview Nicole Tran. I'm Jewish. Everybody drove me Meshuggah with Nicole Tran. I'm like, what's so special about Nicole Tran? Is she tranny? Is she a tranny? No. We got to find out what's special. I want you guys at home to just sit back and watch two comedians talk. This is like if we sat down at a restaurant and we realized we both are in comedy, and I would naturally, because I'm nosy and Jewish, I would be asking her the same questions at a coffee shop. Okay, are you ready? But before we start with her introduction, I have to tell you, I have two sponsors. Neither one are paying me, but I have two sponsors. They want me to mention them. So since I'm a nice person and I'm trying not to follow with the Jewish stereotype, I'm not taking money to do this. I'm like a dyslexic Jew, I don't take money. So here are my two sponsors. Number one, the Veterans of Comedy. Anytime that you want to hire a military veteran who used to serve our country and is now serving up jokes, go to the veteransofcomedy.com, find my bio, nobody else, and hire me. I'm kidding. There's a lot of veterans there. You probably won't even notice me. But hire a man. I don't care. Do what you do. You favor the men. Don't even try. My other sponsor, who's not paying me, because I'm a dyslexic Jew, is my other sponsor is Steve Solomon. He does artwork. He puts out the most beautiful artwork. He can take also your headshots and make them animated, or he can do this amazing artwork to them. He's made me look like Marilyn Monroe, you guys. Hire him. Steve Solomon. So now I'm going to read you the introduction that our today's guest sent me. Her name is Nicole Tran, and this is her bio. I have performed at great venues, comedy clubs in LA, the Comedy Store, Ice House, Punchline San Francisco, Cobb's Comedy Club. I am a regular on the Kill Tony podcast, you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm originally from Vietnam. Thank you for that. We love you. My country is in Robin Williams' movie. Yes, it is. Good morning, Vietnam. Yeah, we love Robin. I'm truly sorry I lost my phone. Oh, wait, that's not part of it. I took Vegas shows. Oh, wait, that's not. I think that's the end of your intro. I was reading a little bit of the actual message and not the intro. Hey, I never said I was perfect. You heard me say I'm Jewish. Knock it off. Anyway, here we are, the two of us. So welcome to the stage. Kick back. You're going to love her. Nicole Tran. Woo! Yay.
Hi,
Hi, Nicole.
everyone.
Hi.
I'm from Vietnam.
Yes, you're from Vietnam. Tell me.
So please
Tell me.
excuse me the way I speak. There's some letters in the English language that I cannot pronounce. I could tell you which one they are, but I cannot pronounce them.
Okay. Well, the thing is that most comedians have the same problem. Most of the comics on stage, when they have one or two drinks, they're skipping over the consonants and the vowels too. They don't know how to pronounce English when they have one or two drinks. We don't understand them either. American comedians, they're hard to understand when they drink, right? Do you have trouble understanding comedians if they talk too fast?
Sometimes I do, especially
Yes.
when they use the other days when they a couple months ago a guy asked me, "Are you nuts?" I said, "Why? Are you allergic?"
I get it. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. So you are originally from the country of Vietnam. I'm assuming South Vietnam.
Yes,
And what city did you come from?
Saigon.
Oh, beautiful. And so what year did you come over to America?
I came here in 1994.
So
And now I live in Little Saigon in San Jose. And that's the only neighborhood where you see Uber driver on a scooter.
I think you had this planned beforehand. That sounds like your comedy.
John River. No, I'm very used to a podcast and interview.
Yes.
I took public speaking classes.
Wonderful.
You can see, I'm very confident.
Yes, you are. Oh my gosh. So you grew up in Saigon. How old were you when you came? I won't tell people how old you are today, but when you came to America, how old were you?
I was 14.
14. So America took over Vietnam during the Vietnam War. And would you mind telling people how that impacted your family?
Oh, we grew up, the country was like a war-torn country. We're very poor. We didn't have any milk to drink, didn't have, it was like everything were robbed and taken away from very well-off family. My families were came here all over again.
Yes. So in your country,
$3,
in your country, in Vietnam, what kind of jobs did your parents have?
Oh, my mother was had a run a little coffee shop.
And your dad?
And my mother also very funny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about your dad?
My dad was put on concentration camp.
What's that? What do you mean?
It's like the country. Because my father worked for the American side. So after the communists took over, whoever worked for American side government, they all were put in concentration camp. That's why we came here.
So did your
It's
father die?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's why I'm very related to the Robin Williams movie. It's called Good Morning Vietnam.
Yes, I love that movie. I love Good Morning Vietnam. I love that movie.
Cái phim đó vui lắm.
What?
Cái phim đó vui lắm. That means that movie is funny.
So, do you have brothers and sisters?
I have 2 sisters.
Older, younger?
I'm the middle child.
Me too. I'm the middle child.
And 2 of my sisters are also very funny. As soon as I take my purse and leave for the comedy show, they look at me and say, "Look at Hollywood princess leaving the house."
Ah,
Comedy.
do they laugh when they hear you do comedy, your sisters and your mother? Do they
Yeah,
laugh at your comedy?
yeah, they laugh because my background is singing. I was trained as a professional singer when I was a kid.
What
Would
kind
you
of
like
singing? Vietnamese music?
both? Would you like to hear me sing?
Yes, please.
Trời ơi, bẵng đi một tuần tao không gặp mày mà bụng mày giống thù lù.
Wow, that's
Please feel
beautiful.
free to sing along if you know the words. Now you know why Las Vegas comic told you to interview me. I went to Las Vegas club to sing.
I think I heard that song being played at the nail salon.
I also have a lot of jokes about nail salon too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And this is English song, okay? English song. Jimmy, please say you wait for me. I grow up some days, you see, saving all my kisses just for you. Say with love forever true.
So beautiful. I love that. When you do comedy on stage here in Vegas, do you sing?
Yes.
Oh, no wonder
I'm a
everybody
musical
loves you.
comedian.
What?
I mix it. It's like a musical comedy act, and I have callbacks. I have a character, you know, in my material called my cousin Bing Bing snores.
Can you do a little bit of your cousin Bing Bing?
You sure? Okay. My cousin Bing Bing snores. She snores like this. Bing 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 bing. Bing 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 bing. It can be annoying and scary, especially when she's driving. Back in my country, Bing Bing was the life of the party, the Communist Party. Enjoy American freedom. Bing Bing wants a man so bad. She got a job at the candy store. She heard there a lot of sugar daddy there. Bing Bing dream of winning. Bing Bing dream of winning a lottery in Vietnam, so she can go back there, buy our entire village, and raise the rent. This is the one you love. Everybody wants to know about my cousin Bing Bing last name. My cousin Bing Bing last name is Bing, but she never use it because Bing 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 sounds like a slot machine. Las Vegas jokes.
That's so funny. Very good. You're very funny. Oh my gosh. So let's talk a little bit about you as a little child. You're growing up in a war-torn country. Your family has little money. Your dad was put in a concentration camp and died. And everybody in your family that survived is very funny. So explain that miracle to me.
It's I think I inherit the gene of being funny. My uncle funny. My uncle loved Western woman. You know, he lived. My grandfather sent him to Europe to study when he was little, because my grandfather was a diplomat. So they sent a lot of my uncles to Europe. The Western women are so beautiful. So he flirt and he married to Western women. And I have the same gene. It's like it's the funny in the family gene, you know. And we were my mother. I remember when she was running a coffee shop. My mother was very beautiful, and men came in and flirt with her, and they asked, "How come you don't? Why you have a tree? Um, uh, why you plant a tree in front of your store?" And my mother said, "No, as soon as you leave, I'm gonna put a rose because rose have thorn and put in the eyes of the guys who flirtatious to a married woman. And she just
Wow.
said that, everybody just laughed. Yeah.
So I'm checking to see if anybody's on here watching and making comments. I have to watch and see if anybody wants to say hello to Nicole on Facebook. So
Hello.
that's very funny about your mother. So your mother ran a restaurant, a coffee shop, and she comes to America and has to start all over with no money. She starts fresh. So what is she doing in America? What kind of work?
She she go to school in the evening. She went to school, and then in the morning she babysit kids, you know. And when she learn English in school, she go home and she teach the little kid both English and Vietnamese. Yeah.
Wow.
And my but her English, because she came here when she was kind of like in middle age, so the memory kind of lost. So uh she spoke not perfect English, but she tried to teach little baby like this: you pretty, you
Uh,
smiley. But everybody understand her. She goes around the neighborhood and she talked to American women. She make rice for them and she say, you teach me English, me rice for you. That means I make rice for you, you teach me English. And everybody in the neighborhood, German lady, Polish women, just know my mother. She go around
wonderful. Your mother relates. Everybody loves her, every nationality.
yeah.
Everybody loves your mother, Polish, Italian, everybody, right?
She taught me, isn't that Western women are so gorgeous? And she said, you girls need to go learn how to dress like them, wear jewelry, talk English with them, learn with them, you know. And she taught me like to be sociable, to be genuine, nice to everybody, to be respectful, you know, to be
Yes.
yeah.
I have a question. It's a funny question, right? Funny. This is meant funny, light. I don't mean it's serious. So people from Asia eat rice, right?
Yeah.
So are you mad that we use rice for our cell phones?
What is right for
When I drop my cell phone, when I get my cell phone in water, I go get rice. Does that make you mad?
No, I heard that pretty good. Actually, I heard that people say that use that very it help dry your phone. But I myself I tried that thing, but it didn't work for me. I don't know.
Maybe you have the good rice.
Indian rice.
We have the bad rice. So I have another silly question about rice. Are you ready? Hello? So my question is, when Americans get married, we throw rice. Does that make you mad?
Oh, I didn't know that tradition.
We just throw rice. Over in Asia, people are starving, hungry. And in America, we're just throwing rice when people get married.
Actually, if I were there, I would catch some of it. Have some money not to buy rice on the weekend. So
you can catch it, and I'm part Jewish, so I'll go sell it for you and bring back your money. Open a business. We'll go to weddings.
That's a one. You know, you look like John Rivers.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I love Joan Rivers. Oh my gosh.
Jewish too. I think a lot of Jewish in the I don't want to stereotype, but I think I met a lot of super nice Jewish comedians to me.
Yes. And like there's it used to be the truth, not anymore. It used to be that the Jewish people were in control of Hollywood.
Oh.
So that's a stereotype. And it's not true anymore. Like Hollywood isn't the motion picture industry and all that. There's every single nationality in there, not just Jewish anymore. But when when Hollywood first started in the 20s, people came from New York to Hollywood, and it was started by the Catholics. It was started by the Kennedys.
Interesting.
And then, of course, the Jews got in there because they like to make money. But anyway, back to you. What's this?
I visited the Charles Chaplin Museum and I bought this. Isn't that cool?
Who is it?
Hardy, Laurie.
Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah, and look at this, what I bought. Do you recognize? Jewish.
Closer.
Charlie Chaplin. Charlie
Who?
Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin.
Swallow.
That's when he was very young. That's young.
Who is this?
Yeah, Buster Keaton.
Yeah, very talented. He English, I think.
I want these pictures.
Okay.
I'm old. I need those pictures.
Oh, if you send me a PO box, I send it to you.
Oh.
I'm next to the Charlie Chaplin Nile Theater. That's where Charlie Chaplin first started before he moved to Hollywood.
What city?
The Nile Theater in Nile City. It's very famous. You know.
So I want to ask you, did you know, like he was silent film. But in one film he spoke.
Yeah.
Did you know about the film where he spoke?
The song that Dancing with the Girl. The song, I think it translates sound like Italian and French because I speak French, so I kind of get that song. It's called
in the movie called The Great Dictator. He spoke. That's the only time he spoke.
Oh.
Sentence, a long speech.
Oh, I was talking about the comedy sketch that he were doing with a girl dancing, and he was memorizing the song, and he forgot that one, and he throw it, and he start dancing.
Man,
that man is genius.
Yes, he's a very big, huge star. Huge. Like the young people, they don't know who Buster Keaton is. They don't know who Charlie Chaplin is, but these are people that made it possible for us to be funny.
Yeah. Golden Girls.
What?
Golden Girls.
Yes.
There's a very famous female comedian. She's she married to a Cuban husband. You know her.
Lucille Ball. Yeah, I love Lucy.
Yeah. She's extremely talented.
When I was working in Portland, Oregon in 1972 at the Portland airport, Lucille Ball's daughter came in the Portland airport to my gift shop, and she was reading the magazines, and I got to talk to her.
Oh, that's
Lucille's daughter.
Oh.
That's as close as I ever got to Lucille Ball.
They just came out a movie.
Yes. Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it, but I saw on the news. It's gonna be fun.
Yes. It's hard for me. It's hard because nobody's as good as Lucille Ball. I don't care if they put the best person in the world and said, "You're Lucy." It's not Lucy. It's hard.
Yeah.
But they did a good job. They did a good job. They did a good job with the editing. So a lot of times they showed actual Lucy, and so real video along with the new lady, and then they also showed the original Lucy. So that made it better. There's never going to be another Lucy. Never.
Yeah. I heard a lot of male comedians. They told me that when they first started, they watched Lucy Ball. The best physical comedian. Yeah.
Yes. Her and Carol Burnett is very good.
Carol Burnett.
So I have a question for you. Since you're originally from Vietnam, Do they in Vietnam? Do they have Vietnamese comedians today?
We do like sketch. We do more sketch than solo. We don't do solo act. We don't just one person and do the solo act. We do sketch or improvisation. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Now, have you taken sketch and improv classes?
Yes, here. Uh-huh. I took a lot of acting classes, but I'm moving to LA, you know.
You're moving what?
To LA.
You are?
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm not glad that you're leaving Las Vegas. It's going to be our loss. But you belong in LA.
No, I'm currently I live in Bay Area. I just visit Las Vegas for 5 days. You know?
So you started in San Jose?
Yeah, Bay Area, but I need to move to LA. After I did the Q Tony show, and I like every 2 months I go. Now they move to Texas, you know, Austin. So I go there and do shows, but my main point, I need to go to LA so I can get extra role. I can need to improve my acting class, get in the movie, you know, get all the improvisation class study with very good actors, you know, to be booked at comedy clubs.
I want to ask you, what's your favorite club in LA that you want to work at?
The Comedy Store.
Yes.
You smile.
The Comedy Store, absolutely.
I love your smile.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So
I already have some connections that can help me.
What?
I already have some connections. They're going to help me.
Good.
In LA. Yeah.
So have you met Pauly Shore?
No, I haven't met her. Oh, she very famous?
Pauly Shore is a man, and his mother was Mitzi Shore.
Oh.
And she was the famous one that ran.
She's the owner.
She was the original. Well, I don't know if she was the original, but for decades, she made the decision if people were funny or not. So Pauly, her son, have you been over to Wise Guys?
Yeah, I got on. I've been waiting. I go and act goofy, and I dance around, and they said, "Please give me a set," you know. And then the manager put my name in the bucket.
Absolutely, he's a great guy. Asa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pauly Shore, his mother Mitzi owned the Comedy Store. She made it famous. Mitzi, Pauly here in Vegas. He's part owner at Wise Guys. Mike Tran. Do you know Mike Tran? Here in Vegas, Mike Tran is a comedian, and he's also the personal assistant to Pauly Shore. So get to know Mike Tran and have him introduce you to Pauly Shore. So when you go to the Comedy Store, you have better connection. Do you understand me?
Yeah. How do you know his name? Mike?
Mike Tran. Your same last name. You're Nicole Tran.
Oh.
Mike Tran. Mike Tran. Mike Tran.
Oh, he Vietnamese or no?
I don't know. He could be Italian. I don't know. But that's his name.
Oh.
So you can hit him up on Facebook and tell him that you want to sit down and have a cup of coffee with him and Pauly because you're moving to LA. Tell him. That'd be a great one for you. Or tell Asa over at Wise Guys that you want Asa to get you to meet Pauly before you leave.
Oh. Maybe next time I go back to Vegas, so I have a couple of friends who live there, so I can stay there. And this time,
where are you right now? I thought you were in Vegas.
I came back today. I stayed there for 6 days.
Okay, where are you right now?
I'm in San Jose talking to you.
Nice. There's a lot of rich people in San Jose.
They have a San Jose Improv Club. Have you heard of that club?
No.
It's belong to also like Hollywood Improv. They have a Laugh Factory Improv in LA, and they have that one, a very nice theater. I performed there once. You know, I heard like original time that theater was established in the 1970s, and a lot of famous comedians go there too.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you also part of the Harvey Comedy Club. So next time, do they book not local comics?
Well, there's Harveys that are around the country, but they're not the same Harveys that I'm from. I'm from an independent Harveys in Portland, Oregon. So
Oh,
it's not related to the ones that are still out there. It's different.
oh, but they but also comedy club. It's also only one, the one that you work for. It's only one Harvey.
There's only one Harvey that I was with in Portland, Oregon.
Oh,
And now it's gone. They had financial trouble a little before and after the pandemic, and they had to close forever.
oh, it's sad.
Very sad.
COVID took away a lot of nice business, you know.
Yes. So I want to ask you one question at a time. This question: what is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish in comedy?
I love in the future. I love to work for cruise ships.
Wonderful. Do you have connections?
No, but that's my goal. That's why I'm a clean comedian, and I get on TV. I get on a lot of TV credits, you know, and then I work for comedy clubs. I get booked over the weekends for Las Vegas shows like the Strat, the LA comedy clubs. But for me, in order to accomplish that, I need to build a name in LA. When I have build a big name in LA, I can work in Las Vegas.
Gotcha.
I visit the Straps. I fall in love with all of the fancy club in Vegas. I said, this is where I belong. With $2 earring, $10 donated necklace, I can go to work for any clubs in Vegas.
Yes. So there's a lot of people I interviewed that work on cruise ships. So send me a message and I will give you names of people who are on cruise ships, and you can ask them how, if you know how they can, if they could listen to your video and recommend you.
Also, you know, I also looking for a talent management in LA. You know anybody that very good represent me?
Yes. You want LA based, Los Angeles based?
Yes.
Ask me on Facebook Messenger and I'll send you a link to the top Los Angeles agents, and I'll tell you which ones I think are the best for you.
No.
I'll research that for you.
And you deserve all of this from me.
What is that?
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
You can pick one.
I get to pick one?
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin.
You like Charlie Chaplin? Okay.
Or
And
you can just take a picture of it and send the picture to my phone and I can print it.
no, but it's not special. Maybe I write something humorous in the back, you know.
Okay.
You go another.
What do you want? Do you want something from my kitchen?
It's lovely. Oh, you see? Oh, you like what kind of flowers you have? No, I don't want any. You see my background in my painting. I'm a painter. And you see the painter behind me? Those are my painting.
You painted it?
I painted it. I'm going to take it down and show you.
Okay, I'm going to show you what I painted.
Look what. Isn't that cute?
Oh my goodness, you are really good.
And I show you this.
This is what I painted.
Okay. Wow. You like landscape like me. Abstract.
Yeah. And then I'll show you this that I painted on my porch.
Oh, that's my favorite color, yellow. You have yellow flowers.
That's flowers, but I didn't paint the flowers. I painted the picture behind it.
That's so cool, blue, and it go with yellow and white.
Thank you. It's the colors of the country that's having the war right now, Ukraine colors.
Oh, it's related to my country too, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, because the word. Behind you, is that Marilyn Monroe? Yeah.
Because people say you look just like Marilyn. And I'm like, no, I don't.
No, you more John River to me.
Thank you.
I'm very sincere, you know, the way you smile, your expression, you more John Rivers.
Sometimes
That's a compliment.
Thank you. Sometimes I think I look a little bit like Lucille Ball or Carol Channing, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you.
Were you an actress? Were you an actress?
No, but I could fake an orgasm. Yeah, I did that for 7 years.
Comedy?
They call it a marriage. What?
You do comedy for at least 30 years?
Oh, no, I've done comedy for 8 years.
Uh-huh.
How long have you been doing comedy?
6 years.
Wow.
But I was very hard. Before that, I joined a very big public speaking association. You probably heard of it, Toastmasters.
Yeah, I was a member in 1969.
Wow, I love that association. It trained me to become confident, to be animated, you know. I make friends with a lot of Toastmasters. They help me with comedy.
Yeah, because they know public speaking, so it's kind of the same skill.
I started comedy after I joined Toastmaster, and you know how they have like humorous speech. So I didn't know anything about American humor. I show you, and I just stood up there, right? And I dancing around. I introduce yourself to me. My name is Nicole Tran. I'm here today to speak to you. And everybody in the club say, "Oh man, this is so funny." And they start thinking, "Nicole, do you want to do comedy?" And I said, "Why comedy?" And they start inviting me to comedy clubs. And that's how I started. I went to a club called Rooster Feather in Sunnyvale, you know, and the American women, they took me there and they say, "This is how you should do, like exactly what you do in our meeting. You should go on stage and you do exactly like that, make people laugh." So 6 years ago, I did that.
Oh, that's great. So what is your goal? You're young, but in your life, what do you have to accomplish besides comedy in your life?
Besides comedy, I love to become a fashion designer, interior designer, and propose to a blue-eyed white guy. I like blue eyes, but he must have 2 of them.
So funny.
He must have 2 of them. I don't date Australian Shepherd.
Well, we need to close right about now. So we're getting near the end of the interview. You've been amazing, but I want you to, have you been able to say everything you want to, Nicole?
I really appreciate your precious time that you invite me to your show. And I learned something from you today. And thank you very much for your comedy support. And we share personal and professional stories together. Fun.
It's so fun. It's just like sitting down at a restaurant and you come in, I go, "What do you do?" And you say, "Comedy." And I go, "No way. When did you start?" And that's just what this is. It's like we met at Denny's. So before we go, you have to tell everybody where to find you on social media, your website, Facebook, TikTok, everything, Instagram, and you have to tell them where they can catch you performing.
Oh, okay. My social media for Facebook is Nicole Tran, I believe number 1614. And Instagram is Nicole Tran Comedy, NICOLETRAN Comedy. And I perform tonight in Auckland, probably too far away.
Oakland?
Auckland is they have a very fun show. In the probably too far for you, but I go every different city every night.
So you're in Oakland tonight.
Yeah.
What time, what club?
The show start at 8 and it's called Summer Lounge. Summer Lounge Bar.
Summer, like
Bar lounge.
summer, like spring, summer, winter?
Yeah, summer bar lounge. Yeah. And
Okay.
Auckland is a fun club, very good chair to relax. They have fancy chair, and I like it. They have green room, you know. And tomorrow I'm gonna be in Emerald View. I forgot the name of the restaurant.
Where are you gonna be?
Emerald View. I forgot the name of the restaurant.
How do you spell the name of the town?
Emerald View. Emerald View. Emeryville. Emeryville. And
Got it.
It's in a black club, but I forgot the name of the restaurant.
I love black audiences.
I love, and they come in, the black women, you know how they see me and they say, look at this. Mama, love your dress. And then last week I went to a black comedy club in Auckland. All the sisters look at me like, oh, somebody forgot to pay the bills at the nail salon. When I go to black clubs, I do that jokes.
That's funny. Well, you've been such a delight to get to know. As we leave and say goodbye, what would you like to tell people to encourage them to have a better life now that we're done with the pandemic?
To think positively, to help community when you get a chance, because I think community support is very important. Be kind to each other, be generous, live a life with sincerity, hilarity, and what's another word for this? I forgot the
herpes. Live with herpes.
No, being skinny. I'm also a spoken word artist. I like to play with word, with rhythm, beam, boom, with rhyme together. You know.
Oh, I get it.
No, this is what one. Okay, live a life of sincerity, hilarity, and being healthy.
Love it.
And have a lot of money.
Live a life with sincerity, hilarity, and dexterity.
No, have a lot of money. Being happy.
When you come back to Vegas, we're gonna go have lunch.
Okay. Oh, that's where you from?
I'm in Vegas.
Oh, that's so cool. So I should have scheduled lunch with you yesterday.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I text you the information and you send me for the LA talents, and who should I go and study acting with? Who should I go and study with improvisation? Or maybe who should I rent a room for 6 months, you know, someone I can trust and I can live in a safe neighborhood, you know.
What's your budget?
I just got a grant. Maybe a month I rent a room and I pay for like 10,000, 1,200 for a month, and I stay there for 6 months, you know, and then live with a very nice LA comic, share a small room, but in a safe neighborhood, you know.
I got some people in mind for you to talk to.
Oh, you're so cool.
No, I'll just tell you, you'll like them or you don't like them. It's up to you.
Women?
Women.
Okay. Women support women.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you so much.
I bring that because I'm planning to go back to Las Vegas in the summer. Should I bring that to you and give it to you in person?
Thank you.
This picture?
Thank you so much.
This picture, should I give it to you?
I'll give you a pic.
Bye.
Who's your favorite actress? Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. Okay, and
I can't give
Sophia
you
Loren.
Sophia Loren.
No,
Do you-
Sophia Loren, Elizabeth Taylor. And there's another one. It's very, very pretty.
Audrey
She passed
Hepburn?
away in 19. One of them. There's a lot of them, but she very curvious, and she passed away in 1960 something. And you know her. She also very pretty, like Marilyn Monroe. She has
Bridget Bardot.
no, that's French
Jane-
actress.
Jane Mansfield. I know them all. Yeah. So did you like Audrey Hepburn?
Very classic. My mother loves on classic American actress, you know.
Just a second. I have
Right now I love, you know what, Paris Hilton, but she kind of like fixed, right? I love Cindy Crawford, very beautiful.
naturally beautiful.
Yeah. Gloria Schiffer, Naomi Campbell. You know the
Yes. Yes.
how they walk, you know, so natural.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, in Vietnam, for a modeling agency, they send American models or European model to train us how we walk, the catwalk. Yeah.
My daughter was an international model, and she
Wow.
went to Korea to model. And
Oh.
so yeah. So I had heard, and she had a lot of fun, but when the agent, her talent agent, didn't tell her that it's illegal to model for an American to model in Korea.
Oh.
It was illegal, and she almost got arrested because nobody told her it's illegal.
Oh, in South Korea?
Back in 1996.
Oh, long time ago, but now they love Western models because for us, it's like the look is different. We also love African American look. We think it's very exotic.
It is. It is very, even Hispanic is very exotic.
Latina, oh my God, Latina are very beautiful. They
Yeah.
curvy, they expressive. You know, I learned how to be animated with Latina comics, Latino comics. They loud, you know, they express themselves.
Yep. Yep. They're very happy. Just happy to be happy. Natural, authentic, happy.
So thank you very much for your time. I don't want to take more of your time, but I could keep in touch. Right now, I text you my my phone number, because right now I lost my phone, but I'm gonna have my new phone number and I give it to you.
Okay, wonderful. We'll talk. You send me, tell me everything you need, and I will work on getting it to you.
Oh, you're so wonderful. We hang out for lunch.
Let's do lunch.
Bye.
Bye.
You like Asian food or American food?
I eat plain rice. I have too many allergies. I don't eat.
Maybe we go eat Mediterranean food. Mediterranean. You like that?
Sure. I have to. I have allergies to a lot of food, so I can go eat with you at Asian food, but I have to eat certain things.
No, you. How about you choose the restaurant you go? You like to go, and I go with you.
We'll go to you take me to a restaurant, and I'll find something I can eat.
How about we go and eat Jewish food? Very nice.
No, they drive me crazy. I want to get away from that.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Thank you for interviewing.
Thank you. Nicole Tran, everybody. Follow her on Facebook, Instagram. Do you have a website?
I don't. I should have.
That's okay. I just wanted to know. Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.